Hello everyone, welcome back. So today we're going to be playing Neeko, and I'm going to be taking her into the Elder Dragon adventure. I'm really trying to squeeze out as many runs as I can before the adventure goes away, because honestly it's not that bad of an experience for a 6-star adventure. Among the hardest adventures in the game, I consider it just behind the 6.5 star Elder Dragon adventure that there was for that one event a while ago. But yeah, we're going to be playing Neeko. I changed the setup on Neeko a little bit because I did try Neeko in this adventure before and I didn't find any success at all. And because of that, I changed things up. We're no longer focused on just brushing the opponent down in the beginning of the game with Neeko and the support champion. Now we're trying to level up Neeko as fast as possible. And I suppose we're also going to be trying to get damage spells, because we got offered a legendary power, and a good one at that. It works, or it should work, with the whole skill that is played by Neeko when we attack, and it also works with the wall up. So hopefully it will be a good pickup. Yeah, wall up deals 12 damage right at the start. There's no way that's bad, right? Well, let's drop down Neeko. Let's get a cat, because we don't have a cat. Poro, even though we have a Poro in hand, in the form of the wall up. I'm not letting that go through. It's going to heal and give health to the opponent's units. And I'm going to drop down the spider raw, because I'm pretty sure that by doing this I just level up Neeko right away. Yep. Now time to see if the damage does get doubled up by the Jinx's effect. Deal 10 damage to all enemies and the enemy nexus. Okay, I'm pretty sure it does. So we have everything we need to win this adventure. At least that's what I think. Let's drop down the Crescent Lionhawk. Ooh, that's exactly what we need to close out the game right now. Well, depending on what the opponent does here. Okay, sure. I'm still going to drop the Relentless Pursuit. And even if you attack and pull Neeko or something, yep. I'm pretty sure we don't even need Neeko to close out the game. We just need to attack with everything. My units have overwhelmed. The opponent takes 10 by default. Yep. Pretty good. Well, that was a great first showing for the new Neeko setup. Or at least the one that I'm using right now. Honestly, I would prefer the other setup that I had, the one that involved cheapening the cost of the support champion down to 0, so we can go aggressive in the earlier stages of the game. But honestly, I think this one is the only way we would have been able to have any success in this adventure. Since we're doubling up the damage of spells and skills, I might as well just pick up Jin, right? We might not be able to level up Jin at all, but at the very least we will get access to Mystic Shot, which is a fantastic card, especially when it gets buffed up by a lot. Let's toss that. I'll keep the 3 drops. I suppose. Oh, that's unlucky. We didn't get a Neeko. I think I'll fish for Neeko first. Okay, we definitely don't get Neeko, which is unlucky. It's fine. I'm going to drop down a Jhin. We'll attack with all of my units. That thing is not going to take damage because it doesn't take damage from enemy spells or skills. Next turn I have to save up mana for the shape splitter in order to save the Jhin from being pulled by the towering Stonehorn. Let's drop down the Frostcoat Cub, keep cycling through our deck. That's unlucky. I want to do this. Deal 2 to a unit created. Second boss in hand at the next round start. Or do I want to do something else? I'm going to go for the Bonfire right there. Try to contest the units on board. We'll block there. Do this. Block there. Maybe it's not necessary to try to save all of my units, but I'll still do it. Or try to save up my health, but I'll still do it. I definitely need to add something good here. Rising Light, boost all the units 3 times. Or I can summon an elite. I'll do it mostly because it meshes well with our curve. We'll do this. And now we can attack with everything. We kill most of the opponent's stuff and deal a considerable amount of damage to the opponent's nexus. We also managed to proc Jhin's effect. Get rid of one of the opponent's units as well. If the opponent goes ahead and pulls Jhin next turn, I have a backup Jhin, so it's fine. Oh, and I also have Shape Splitter. Let's set up down the Grave Companion in order to cycle. I have board space so I can play this as well. Jhin gets pulled. That's to be expected. Unfortunately, he is denying the card draw. I definitely needed to draw more cards here. It's alright. The opponent's also out of steam. And I still have a board in a box basically. Till 16 to anything. Well, I can finish the opponent off with a Mystic Shot. If I can manage to hit a couple of hits from the Boom Crew rookies. Just like so. Yeah, look at all these skills that are going to be played here. That's kind of funny. Let's see. The opponent takes 4 from all of these. Jhin's effect also deals a bunch of damage, right? Okay, we didn't get Neeko, but we still managed to win. Just off of spells, or in this case it was mostly skills, but still. I'm going to have to cut a card here to make my deck more consistent. What card would I cut? I'm not sure. Perhaps the Smash and Dash. It's the weakest card in my deck, I think. Also, all of these are terrible pickups. Nimble Poro, Raza the Sunder. Honestly, I'll pick it up. It will be considered a shapeshifter because of Neeko's power, and its cost will drop down to 6 at the round start. And it is a board clear that replaces itself. That seems good. Well, let's cut this. I already said I would do it. Then I have another opportunity to cut cards from my deck. Oh, an update is available.
20 minutes later.
Okay, we're back to our regularly scheduled Eclipse Dragon fight. Let's hope that I get a good draw. Do I keep the Neeko? I'm going to keep the Neeko and the Boom Pro rookie. Maybe I should have kept the Shape Splitter for protection. But it turns out I don't need it because I got the Mystic Shot. Ooh, and getting a Jhin going right away is going to be great. Spider Dog. I have the dog. I would like a Fae, perhaps. And the opponent starts off right away with the single worst card he could summon. Well, at least in my eyes. So I have a Fae, Sea Monster, Tech, Yordle. I need something that's 2 tribes. Jhin wouldn't count. It only counts as 1. But it should be fine. I'm still going to do it just like so. Deal a bit of damage to the opponent's units. Start getting Jhin's effect going. This thing is just 1 off, which is unlucky. But next time I play Speller Skill, Jinx is going to play a Lotus Trap, stun the weakest enemy. I can remove that. I can also stun that if need be, depending on how the opponent goes ahead and attacks. I'm going to summon a Glacial Saurian for card draw. Take Cloven Way. In response, I'm going to stun the opponent's strongest unit and drop down the Hungry Howlcat just to act as a jump blocker. I have to take the 13. It's unfortunate, but it's the reality of my situation. I'll heal it up. It's fine. Dog, Dragon. Yep. We hit deep. Let's go for a bird as well. Ooh, this is interesting. And now we attack with everything, or almost everything. Deal 65 damage to the opponent's Nexus. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you block, or your entire board is going to be cleared. I was worried for a second there when the opponent went and played the... I don't remember the card. It's the big bird. the big bird. When the opponent played that, I was afraid because that's a massive overwhelmer I have to deal with. But I managed to pull through. Sure, I'll pick up the cat. Monastery of Shyvana. It's a random card that I'm allowed to cut. Honestly, I think this is... I don't need to cut a card that desperately. Or I don't need to cut an additional card that desperately. Smooth Soloist is funny. Double damage, but I cost one more. So it gets doubled and then doubled again. So it deals 4 for the price of 1 mana or 2 mana. I'll think about it. First, let's see if I can get a good power or a better power, like Mana Flow, which is a great pickup. With Mana Flow, I will start with 8 mana or 7 mana, if I remember correctly. Why cost less? Play stun an enemy. Smooth Soloist. Shapeshifter, elusive, and it costs 6. I'll only be able to play her after I have attacked. It doesn't have synergy with my deck at all, but I really like the card. And I really want it to be good whenever I pick it up. But most of the time it's not, but I'm still going to buy 2 copies of it. Okay, so... cards to cut. Honestly... maybe I don't need to cut a card here. Maybe the bird. I don't know. Perhaps the cat. I am struggling with value. But I don't need the cat, do I? Yeah, let's cut the cat. We'll find something better, some other way to get value. And value doesn't matter anyway against the Elder Dragon. The fight gets decided right on the first turn, or almost on the first turn. Maybe I should just mulligan aggressively for the Grave Companion and try to ensure that I have it early on board. This is not that great of a hand, but I can make it work. I'm going to attack like so, soften up the opponent units. Well, there goes my plan. Well, at the very least, I'll be able to trade 1 for 1 between the Jin and the Shyvana. Unfortunately, I won't be able to play this Smooth Soloist. I'll just drop down the Grave Companion, try to get the card draw going. As long as it doesn't summon a unit with Challenger, I should be fine. That's 2 units with Challenger. Unfortunately. I'll pass. The opponent's smart. Maybe they smartened up the AI, because now he's just denying me the draw with the Grave Companion. Well, I'll kill one of the opponent's units at least. And remove the spell shield on that one. Let's keep drawing. Set up a smooth soloist. Yeah, let's do it. Really now. I could have played the Mystic Shot to kill that thing, but I think this is still fine. I want the smooth soloist. Maybe that was a mistake, because now the opponent gets to rally. If I take the 15, I'm going to take 15. I'm going to heal up at the end of this encounter anyway. Okay. For just doing that, I'm going to remove your unit. Not really much of an issue. I regret my decision. Can I go back? No. Okay then. Let's summon FA. Let's get a spell. I'm pretty sure I can summon all of my units here. Sure, back to back is a decent spell. Ooh. Leveled up Shyvana. Cool. But my hand is empty, and I have practically a full board of units. So I'm pretty sure you aren't able to deal with this attack, opponent. He might have a spell, or he doesn't, and I just win. Nice. I was worried for a second there because I didn't have Neeko in my opening hand, but everything turned out well in the end. And I even got some value off of the move soloist. I'd consider that a victory. Deathless, Farsight Alteration. You know what, I'm going to pick up the Farsight Alteration on the Neeko, just to guarantee that I have her on the opening turn. Stabilize. A natural selection. You know what, Stabilize is good to get more spells and skills going off of Jin, and getting an extra copy off of Neeko might not be that bad. It at the very least is another ally on board on the first turn. And now that I picked up the Farsight Alteration on Neeko, I am going to draw her naturally, aren't I? Yep. I don't draw her naturally, but I draw her off of the Hero's Welcome power. Crap. Anyway, let's summon a bird. Yeah. Let's get the bird going. And the opponent's going to boss my Neeko back to hand. How annoying. Well, I want to get the smooth soloist going, so I'm going to do this anyway. He's going to play a billion cards. I'm going to be screwed. Wait, why is this free? Oh, I suppose it's because I summon a 2-cost unit. Well, this is a cultist. I don't have a lot of those. Well, the cost there is weird. I just played a 1-cost card, milled one, because of the Treasure of the Depths, but technically I played a 0-cost card. Weirdness all around. Let's get the Grave Companion going for the card draw. And the opponent immediately tries to kill it. Well, I don't think he has any other forms of removal, so I'm going to Shape Splitter there. Just because I really want to draw cards. I can kill the two quickest units on the opponent's side. Seems good. The opponent attacks with those two. I can block here. I'll block with the Smooth Soloist. It has done its part. The opponent still has quite a full hand. Let's go for the Glacial Saurian. I'm going to drop as many units down as possible here. Try to get a good attack going with a lot of different types of units, just like so. So we can completely destroy the opponent's board with a single attack. I won't be able to kill the opponent right away, but at the very least I'll level up Neeko. Okay, let's see, doing drawing and removing my Grave Companion, of course. The opponent's getting way too or the opponent's got way too smart. Now they're proactively denying my card draws and stuff. Not exactly the kind of thing you'd expect from a robot. Well, maybe smartening up the AI is a good decision. It will make for better challenges in the future. But there is some fights that I'm worried about the opponent being too smart. Like the one where the opponent can just summon Gorillith the skillless on the first turn, and then if you don't have a fast or burst speed from removal, you just end up dying because you won't be able to block the opponent's unit. Just end your turn, opponent, please. The game's already over for you. You won't be able to do anything after I attack like so. Ooh. You're removing my Frostcoat Cub, and you're also dealing a bunch of damage to my Nexus. The opponent dealt more burn damage than attack damage or strike damage this game. Annoying, but I have 8 regen, 10 regen, so I can heal back up to 44 or 40, I mean. The web spinner. Does this have anti-synergy? I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to reroll once. Tech Evolution. My Neekos are already tech. Supernova. 8 mana, destroy 20 units or landmarks. When the Soul Student, I suppose. Mostly just because it works with my deck. But with a healer here, I'm tempted to cut it immediately. Just because it's not that synergistic. Party rations on the Kumkru Rookie, sure. Fixer Upper, the synergy, because I summon a unit right at the start, so it procs immediately. Okay, and now either Body of the Blackened Ice or the Peculiar Dragon encounter. I'm going to go for 40, the Peculiar. It might be risky, but I want to go for this extra shop because I have the spare money. Now the question here is, yeah, I need to toss these two. I'm going to keep the Shape Splitter and the Mystic Shot because I want to be able to remove Vatakan right as the opponent summons it. Or if not right as the opponent summons it, okay, Wallop is also great for that. grip control of the Atakan. It's a lizard, unfortunately, but I didn't want to go for a bird. Do I care about this? No, I don't think so. Going to drop down a Jin. Hopefully the opponent doesn't have more removal. Okay, that's not removal at all. Well, it would be removal if I didn't have, you know, only champions on board of Kappa. Yeah, sure. I lost 3 cards, but I wouldn't get them anyway. This is annoying. Can I kill the opponent's board here? Not really. The opponent can block with the Minia. So I suppose I'll only attack with these two. I don't deal as much damage as I could. But might not be that bad, except it is actually, because the opponent's stunning my units. I'm pretty sure he has lethal on board. With Neeko being unable to attack, I'm kinda screwed, aren't I? Let's do that there. Let's do that here. I need a third spell or skill. Maybe I should have removed that thing because now my units can't block. Yep, my bad. Is the copy going to be stunned? Yes, it is. Yeah, I should have removed the Wrath of the Freljord. It was a mistake on my end. Well, fortunately, the opponent's attacking with most of his units. Neeko's going to get stunned. I need to find something off of this judgment. It's interesting. Stunning a unit, building it to the other. Let's go for the Glacial Saurian. That kills 2, but kills all of my units because of the effect of the Lord Broadmine. I guess this was one of those times where the opponent just had the nuts draw. Is he going to attack right away? No, he's going to play stuff. Really buff up his entire board because he really needed it to win, I guess. Well, I have the revive, so in theory the run is not over. But I might have screwed myself. Please, opponent, don't draw good cards this time around. I know you're capable of it. Let's toss on Boom Crew Rookie, keep the ball up and Raza. How should I do this? I'm going to Neeko first. Dog. Okay. Really? You're going to recall my unit yet again. How annoying. Well, let's summon the Jinn, I guess. Cadegrin. Okay, could be worse. Let's go for Neeko. Let's go for a cat. Try to discover something good here. That's good. 2 units. Let's attack with everything. Okay. Maybe we have a shot at winning this time around. At the very least, we're clearing the opponent's board on the first turn. Neeko's almost leveled up. Yep, we're only missing one. The unfortunate part is the gloom. Yep. With that, Neeko dies. Wrath of the Freljord. Please don't give it spell shield. It gave it spell shield. Of course it gave it spell shield. Why wouldn't it? Why bother? I'm not going to bother dealing with the Wrath of the Freljord. I'm just going to remove the units that I am in fact capable of removing. Including stunning the Jinn. But the jerk. Let's try to minimize the amount of damage I take here. Trying to destroying one of my units. Of course, it destroys one of the units that can block. Let's block there, I suppose. Jinn's dead, Neeko's dead. At the very least, the opponent only has one card. Let's hope it's not one of the Sinen or whatever it's called that draws a billion. No, it's a Poké Stick. Obviously. Well, let's attack like so. Remove most of the opponent's units. I can also try to go... No, I can't. If I want to use the Wrath of the Sunderer, I can't. I'll do it like so. One unit dies. He's cursing my units. But that's not exactly the worst thing in the world, because I'll drop down Raz and kill those two, which are the real problems. Okay, I've stabilized. Things are under control. I can even use this in order, or I even have spare mana to get rid of the curses. Sure, I'll pass. Let's summon one Hydra Tail, sure. Gives me enough mana to do this. Yeah, sure, let's do it like so. Remove one unit. Jump block the other. Next turn I'm going to go for Neeko, and I'm pretty sure I can level her up. We got another Raza, great. Let's go for the cat. Do you have removal? Okay, it doesn't have removal, he only has a stun. And I suppose he has a board-wide buff. But I'm not worried about it, am I? Yeah, it is just going to buff up his board further. But if I do this, in theory, I'm alright. Okay, no, that's just stupid. Why are you giving me more ways to remove your board? Okay, that does nothing. Let's attack with everything and hope for the best. Yeah, this is fine. We level up Neeko, buff up all of my units. I remove one of the opponent's units. And I set up a kill on that one. Why is that so big? Okay, I guess it's because the buffs of the category are being doubled up. Removing the keywords on my Neeko. Kind of annoying, but I think I'll manage. Let's jump block there. Try to minimize the amount of damage I take. I have to block with everything, otherwise I die. But at the very least I'll take 2 of the opponent's units down. The opponent's out of cards, I have a Grave Companion and a Neeko. This is fine. Really, you're dealing 8 to the Grave Companion. Sure thing, buddy. Well, Neeko on her own just closes out the game. That's fine. Ooh, that was rough. We lost our revive. We took 1 billion damage. I'm going to have to heal. So I'll need to spare money in order to do so. None of these are good. Sure, Farsight Alteration on Jin, why not? Except if I buy this power here, I won't have enough mana or money to buy the healing, so I'll have completely wasted the entire point why I came here in the first place. I'm going to buy the sorcery, sure. Hope that I have enough money to heal. I don't. Crap. Well, 24 health and a dream. Let's hope that it's enough. At the very least I should start the game out with my champions guaranteed. I'll keep the Mystic Shot and the Shape Splitter because I'll have the spare mana to play spells. Okay, so how do I want to do this? I think I'll go for Neeko first, stun with the opponent's units. Then I'll go 3 into 3. Yeah, that seems fine. Three. If I do this, does Neeko level up? No, she doesn't. But I deal 54 damage to the opponent's units. I can also Shape Splitter here in order to get 1 extra boom pro rookie. I think this is fine. It maximizes the amount of damage I deal. I don't deal the core damage from the Jhin to the Galantis, unfortunately. But I shouldn't need to. Next turn I'll have mana for Wallop and Mystic Shot. I'll also have... I'm going to drop down the Grave Companion. The opponent's going to probably pull it with this Scorching Dragon. Yep, or not. He pulls the Jhin. Interesting decision. I guess this time around he was fine with giving me the draw.
I hear it now, the thunderous applause.
With Jhin leveled up, does that change anything? Probably not, but I will be able to level up Neeko in this attack. So the opponent needs to have something to save himself here. And he doesn't. Lucky me. Oof. That was a nail-biter of a run, especially there at the end. I almost lost against Portia twice in a row, but I'm glad I went ahead and went for that route. I think I wouldn't be able to have beaten the Elder Dragon without the sorcery. Well, that's a good send-off to this campaign. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time. Goodbye. Till then.